What I am today is because I believed in my instinct. I followed my heart. I did not follow the template society had to offer. I embraced the animal inside me. I fell in love with that animal, and that's how my journey began. I remember being abused by my father at a very young age. He almost burnt the whole family alive. My mother was a school teacher. She had very limited means, and which means she knew how to give us very basic stuff. And I was hungry for more. I did not get the love of a father. So that made me go and hunt for something that I was missing: nutrition, nourishment. I started to read books on food. By the time I was a teenager, I had gained enough knowledge, but that knowledge was not enough, it was not satisfying. Something was still wrong. I eventually joined the gym. I started to build my confidence, my body, and very soon I was representing St. Xavier's College as the college captain and heading the team in weightlifting, bodybuilding, and powerlifting. I won all the titles, and it made me famous. It made me happy. I was learning more and more every day. Post that, Wendell Rodrigues was doing an audition, and I was not aware of it. A friend said, "Let's go for the audition." I did not know much about modeling, and I went for this audition, and I got picked up. The next day, there was a mention in the newspaper that Iggy is going to do Wendell Rodrigues' show, and again, there was a boost in confidence and popularity. But I was also a DJ at that time. My music was not appreciated. I was playing different music, something that is not played on MTV and Channel V. I wanted to expose that to people, and people were not ready for it. I mean, not everybody was ready for it, and that was disheartening. That kind of killed my confidence. There was not many modeling shows happening in Goa, and then one day, a photographer from Bombay named Colston Julian said, "Iggy, why don't you try something in Bombay?" So with a heavy heart and with a lot of, going from a village to a big city was complicated, not enough money. But because Colson said, "I can shoot you the pictures," and gave me a platform there, I decided to go. I went to Bombay, but then it was not working out. Bombay was Bollywood based, and I was not cut out for that. I didn't want to do movies. So I did a few shows, but not much. I focused back on my music. My music took me to many, many bars and clubs across Bombay, and I got recognized as a very good DJ. And I started to make some money. And then I was picked up by an agency called Elite Models, and I was signed up. And they said, "Iggy, why don't you come to Delhi and try and audition for the Lakme Fashion Week?" Which I did. I was not too sure because, again, moving from another big city to Delhi was again complicated, not much money. So a friend bought me a ticket and he came along with me and we went by train. And at the audition, I was there with the rest of the boys. And the next day, again, there was a mention in the paper that Iggy is selected for Fashion Week. I was super excited. I just moved everything from Bombay. I came back to Bombay and moved everything back to Delhi, and then life changed. I was doing all the shows across Delhi for all the famous designers. In a week's time, I was popular. I was playing at the after parties. Life changed. And I was neglecting my body. I noticed that in this fame and in this popularity, I was eating pizzas, I was eating burgers, and not really being conscious about myself. And over the span of 5 years, my body started to tell me that something is wrong. There was some level of unhappiness. My body started to tell me, I was showing. Every year, I would come to Goa, which I really didn't want to. I would do it because of my friends, because they wanted to have a holiday in Goa and they wanted someone to guide them. So I would bring all my model friends with me to Goa. They would stay in my house, we would have a good time and go back. I would make them have a good time. There was this one year in 2009 that I got invited to play at a bar in Goa, And when I played, I found there was a change. There was some kind of acceptance to the music I played. And these were tourists with a very few local population. And I got so much satisfaction from playing there that I said, I don't want to go back to Delhi. I told my friends, you go back, let me stay here. And I started playing at this bar. And then an idea came to my head that I should start my own place. And I was seeing all this development around bridges, construction, big festivals, the carnival with all this plastic waste created. And I was like, I don't want to do the same thing. I want to make something very sustainable, very simple, and still have fun. And how to do that? So I created Cirrus. I started collecting waste from uh, from the highways, people from different bars, plastic bottles or whatever, any waste, even broken, used nails from wood, we would extract them and reuse them. From metal to everything, anything that's on the street, we would pick it up in my Jeep and bring it to Cirrus and start building from that. There is a possibility to do this, and that was the point I wanted to make. Whether it lasts for 3 years or 5 years is not important, but it's possible. And I started creating that. Many people started joining me. The tourists started joining me. We created a skate park. We built it with our own hands. We built tree houses, and eventually, many creative people started joining. And I had time and space in Goa to rethink about my food because I had slowed down my life. We were going fast. I was a part of the rat race. So after I slowed down my life, I was okay. Now I need to go back to my diet. I need to fix my body. I was working so hard for 1 hour, 2 hours in the gym, and there was no satisfaction. My body was bloating up. I had a layer of fat over me. I had muscles, but there was a layer. I could feel that within me. No one else could see it because I feel it. People cannot feel. People can see only a superficial layer. They see photographs, but what I feel from inside, I know, and that was troubling me. And I don't want to cheat people, and I don't want to cheat myself. So what I did is I started going back to basic science, what we learned in our school. What I was doing earlier was like what everybody, what all of us do. We have heavy breakfast, right? And then we block that highway of ours. We put that heavy food, and then we put other foods inside. So what I started to do is start slow. Think, what is the easiest food to break down? It's water first. Then comes fruit. Then comes the carbohydrates. And then comes the protein. So you let the Ferrari go. It's fast moving vehicle. Let it go. Then you put the second fastest vehicle. And then you put the slowest vehicle. That's how I treated my food, and that's how I teach kids. I make it very simple. What's the fastest food? And they know. It's fruit. It's easy to break down. It gives you instant energy. That's how you wake up. Then you put in the carbohydrates for lunch, which is slow release of energy. And then comes the protein at night, which helps you build your muscle. And I stopped going to the gym after that. Since 2007, I haven't touched the gym. I don't have any regular routine in workout. Our workout happens on the field, digging, hammering nails, pushing the vehicles, fixing vehicles. This is our job. And that's how we maintain a body. There's nothing unnatural. We didn't do anything unnatural like lifting weights. And you can see that at 41 today, I still look good. My body is in good shape. And I started being militant on the people working with me. I'm quite a dictator at my place. I do the same with my mom because I want my mom to live long. She's 71 today, and she's also following the diet. She cheats a bit, but I'm watching like a hawk. I'm watching her because I want her to be healthy. So I offer this way of method of eating to people I'm working with, and they saw results in 2 weeks. Everybody started saying, yes, our digestive system is now clean. I don't burp anymore. I don't smell bad anymore. There's no gas anymore. And then I said, okay, now let's start fasting. Once a week, we need to do a 24-hour fast. I observed that, and we saw results in 2 weeks. Even the kids, my own kids, actually, we all started following this, and everyone said, yes, it works. It works. And then we move on. I moved on in my project, Cirrus, and eventually I felt the need that okay, we are at Cirrus, it's a very small space. We need to go out. We need to reach out to more people. There was a broken jeep. There was a broken bus. We converted that into what I call the vinyl ambulance, because I'm a DJ and I have love for vinyl. I still play vinyl. I have a very big collection of vinyl, and I wanted a platform that I can move around. So we converted this jeep, and we made it from plastic waste and wood, and so that we can take our art and our vision across India and the world, because this is what we do, and keep it simple. My policy is sustainability, minimalism. Think slowly, just don't hurry into things, keep it simple, and move on. So the vinyl ambulance helps me to travel to different cities and tap more people. And that's all I have to say. I hope what I want to say is I want to live my life by example, and that's all I have to say. Thank you.